Yes, it is episode 48 of Cool Album Covers, the final countdown. The endless battle between good and evil is joined yet again. I'm Rich Batchelor.
I'm Mark Major. This episode is called Goggles.
John Hartford, what does that say the name of the album is?
Aereo-plain, and, or Aereo-plain, and plain, of course, is like, South Dakota.
You can read a lot into this photo, and I'm going right ahead and doing so. I think that he was one of those guys that at first his friends thought he was whimsical, and it wasn't too many years, again, always with the goggles, and again, not all that many years later, there was like, oh, you're not being whimsical, you're schizophrenic.
I think he's going to have a resurgence in steampunk culture.
Yeah, I know.
You want to talk about goggles, my man, this guy.
I want to talk about schizophrenia.
Yeah, it's like, well, what do you think would be a cool look? Like, just take these ski goggles, man, and put on your leather and just freak out.
That's Funkentelechy. And, it's kind of got a cable access vibe about it, doesn't it?
It does. Even a little bit of a Jim Spag vibe about it.
Hey, happy doodles.
If you look on the back of this thing, the guy who's on the left in the suit, which I think is...
They're all George Clinton,
is also George Clinton, but I think it's kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde type thing where he's some dude in a suit, and then as he gets hit by those beams, he turns into the guy in the red leather. I don't know. It's hard to tell, or else they just had a whole bunch of cool shots of him in red leather and the suit and said, just use them all.
Yeah, it's true. Either he is supposed to be the placebo syndrome when he's got a black hat on and is looking sort of more straight, or... well, I don't know, actually. By golly, if there was a story they were trying to tell here, it has somehow managed to elude me.
Yes, and if you were to ask him, I think he would elude Mr. Clinton as well. But not this guy. This man knows what's up.
Yeah, Joe Walsh, he's a porn pilot.
He is a porn pilot. How come he doesn't have a shirt on?
Yeah, I know. But like all good people, well, like all good...
Who is holding the scarf?
Don Henley. Yeah, I don't know. He is wearing a silver chain, which you were supposed to be doing in this period in the 70s. And you were supposed to not wear a shirt. It just
makes aviation sense to have the chain.
Yes, so what? So what? Go put on your shirt. That's so what?
You know, a lot of people love this aviation theme, even people who are wearing NASA jackets.
Yes. Joan Baez is one of those people who I can never tell when they're trying to be amusing.
I don't think she's ever trying to be amusing.
Well, this looks like an offering from someone who would like you to at least crack a sympathetic smile.
If you read into hand gestures or body language, at first you might think that that's some sort of offering of peace, but she's actually attacking us.
Coming at you! And then, of course, this guy.
There's a lot of heroes out there, yeah, Mr. Batchelor, and he's one of them. This is the second time James Taylor has made our show, and I think he's an up-and-coming star.
Yeah.
He's no Martin Denny, of course, or Gabbo Jabbo. I think he definitely has a place as being another friend of the show.
Once he got done leaning in rumpled fabric, he got a haircut, thank you very much, and got to work down in the mines where he belongs.
Well, this is obviously an older picture when he was a professional welder. And they're like, yeah, just use it, looks good.
Can you imagine, when he was sitting around with all the other tough guy construction workers, they're all making jokes about pussy and so on, and he's like...
Yeah, and one time I found myself copulating with a young lady in the great state of Missouri. And
and they all just look at him again silently like they always did whenever James started talking.
James, you don't belong. Put on the goggles and get back to welding.
Thank you, sir.
That concludes our time here with you this season.
Thanks for flying with us.
Yep. Take care.
I know you will. Damn, sucker. Most of all, shine the spotlight on.